Hello, welcome fellow traders. So welcome to a new video. So in today's video, I'm going to introduce to you FinViz, right, and how you can use FinViz for day trading. Okay, how do you actually incorporate certain aspects of FinViz, right, to make good decisions about what currency pairs to trade. Now, if you do not know what FinViz is, okay, FinViz is a free website. Okay, they do have a paid version, but today we just talk about the free features because honestly, that's all you need for now. Okay, so just visit finviz.com after this video, okay, to check it out. Okay, let me just give you a brief breakdown of what FinViz is first, before I actually go into the specifics of how do you use FinViz to find the best currency pair to trade. Okay, I'll give you a step-by-step process on how you can use it. Okay, so this FinViz, as you can see that this is the home page. Okay, what I like about it is that you can use it as even for stocks, right? You can look at stocks. They have a screener. You can filter out different stocks. Okay, but in today's video, it's all about Forex. So you can see over here that they do have a Forex as well as crypto. Okay, so it's a pretty this is a heat map. Okay, if you trade stocks, this is also very useful. Okay, so you can just play around this performance portfolio insiders Forex. Okay, so for Forex trading, right, because this is a Forex channel, you want to head over to this section, which is Forex. Okay, so when you click here, what you will see is you will actually see the price quotations. Okay, so what we're interested in is not really this area. I mean, you can check out what we're interested in is actually the performance. Okay, so when you come over to this tab, right, you are actually looking at the 1 day relative performance based on USD. Okay, you have the option to change to the weekly and monthly. Okay, when you do this, you actually want to look at a weekly. Okay, I'll explain more why later. But before I do that, let me just give you an explanation of what this is. Okay, so this is actually measuring the relative performance of the USD in the percentage terms. Okay, so how do you read this chart over here? Okay, so in this case, because this is relative, everything is relative to USD. So obviously USD relative to itself, USD relative to USD will be not applicable. So you do not see anything over here. Okay, so how you read this is actually NZD to USD. Okay, so if NZD to USD, that means that NZD to USD has been up 0.51% for today, right? Because it's 1 day relative performance. Okay, how do you read this? Aussie dollar is up 0.31%. Okay, dollar CAD is up 0.19%, dollar yen is up 0.18%, pound dollar is up 0.17%, and so on and so forth. Okay, I'm not going to go through everything, but this is how you read the relative performance. Okay, now when you are using this tool, right, do not use the daily relative performance. Okay, do not use this. Basically, do not use the daily tab. Okay, why? Because by the time you look at this and use the daily tab, the price would already have moved. Okay, I've been using this tool for I think about 3 years, right? And I noticed that every time, when I use this tool and I use the daily, it's too late. Okay, when you use the daily relative performance, most of the time, number one, it's too late. Number two is that you're not really looking at a very established movement. So what do I mean by established movement? I mean that a movement that have happened over a period of time, right? So you want a extended movement, right? Because if you are trying to trade with the trend trade, which you should, right? If you're trying to trade with a trend trade, then ideally you want a more established trend, right? You want a trend that is established in a certain direction. Okay, and that is why the first thing I want you to know when you are using this FinViz is to use the weekly relative performance. Okay, this is very important. Do not use the daily. Okay, please use the weekly. Okay, So you can see over here, they also have the Elite, Finviz, Elite. This is not necessary. Okay, this is a free tool. You do not need to use the Elite. You just use the free tool. This is good enough. Okay, so the first thing to know is that you use the weekly. Okay, I know I'm repeating myself a lot of times, but this is so important. Okay, because if you use the daily, right, you're not going to get very good so-called signals. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to shift to the weekly. Okay, the 1 week relative performance. So the way you read it is the same thing. Okay, Aussie dollar has been up 1.87% this week. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is look at the weekly, and the second thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you only check out this tool on Wednesday. Okay, you can see the time over here. It says Tuesday, April 28th. Okay, 8:35 p.m. Okay, this is EST. For me, I'm in GMT +8, so it's actually 8:35 a.m. on Wednesday, over at my place. Okay, so I'm actually checking this on Wednesday. Okay, you want to be looking at these two on Wednesday. Okay, not Monday or Tuesday. Okay, why? Very simple. Because we are looking at weekly relative performance, right? If you look on Monday, then the market has just begun, right? So the market hasn't established any strong trends, right? The market has just started. Okay, so you want to look at this on Wednesday when kind of like half the week has passed, right? The market has settled in a bit. The market has moved a little, right? You don't want to just look at it on Monday, when the market has just started. There's not much movement. Okay, so this is also very important, right? You want to look at this tool at the right time. Okay, so if you need to write this down, right, make sure you write it down. You want to check this on Wednesday. Okay, you can check it on Thursday, you can check it on a Friday, there's no issues, but you do not want to be checking this Finviz. You do not want to be checking the 1 week relative performance on a Monday or on a Tuesday. Okay, you want to check this minimally on a Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Okay, Wednesday at the minimum. Okay, so for me right now, it's Wednesday, so I'm checking this on Wednesday. Okay, so how do you use this to find the best currency? So it's pretty straightforward, right? If Aussie is the strongest and franc is the weakest, then of course you want to trade Aussie franc. Okay, if Kiwi is the second strongest and franc is the weakest, you want to pair Kiwi and franc. Okay, you can you can keep doing this, right? You can pair Aussie with franc, you can pair Kiwi with franc, you can even pair Kiwi with dollar, Aussie with dollar. Okay, you can even try up to look up to Euro, Aussie, Euro, Kiwi. Okay, you don't really want to touch anything after that, right? Maybe you just want to take the first three, right? The first three. So basically what you're doing is you're just taking the strongest currency, pair with the weakest currency. Okay, you want to use that to decide which currency pair to trade. Okay, you must understand that this is just a kind of reference. Okay, do not just take the Aussie and franc and say, oh, Aussie is the strongest, franc is the weakest, and you come to the chart over here and you just just press the buy button. Okay, this is not how you use it. Okay, how you want to use it is you want to use this to plan, right? To tell you which currency pair to trade. Okay, which currency pair you should focus on, which currency pair you want to analyze, you want to go deeper in, you want to look for opportunities in. You come over to, for example, a trading platform like TradingView, type in Aussie franc and look for opportunities. Okay, so this is what you want to do. You want to combine, for example, Aussie and franc. Okay, you want to combine Kiwi and dollar. Okay, so this tool is very powerful because it will prevent you from taking trades which don't move. Okay, what do I mean by trades that don't move? For example, if you do not use this tool and you decide to trade Aussie Kiwi, okay, Aussie and Kiwi. So basically, these two currencies are strong and they are side by side in this relative performance chart. Okay, if you take an Aussie Kiwi trade, what will happen is that price won't really move, right? If you see it now, you won't really have very nice movement because okay, in this case the chart looks pretty nice. So one thing to know is also this is not foolproof, but it's a good indicator. Okay, especially if you are new and you need a good indicator of what currency pairs to trade, then you want to look at this tool. Okay, but as much as possible, think of it this way. If you can have the best currency pair, the strongest and the weakest, why would you try to trade a strong currency pair against a strong currency pair? Okay, it doesn't make sense. Okay, you want to pair the strongest currency pair with the weakest currency pair. Okay, so last pointer before I end off this video is the other way that you can use the relative performance chart, right? This is that you want to look for overextensions. Okay, what do I mean by overextensions? Okay, if Aussie franc is the strongest, it's been trending, right? One way, okay, it's been trending. In this case, if Aussie is strong and franc is weak, then you are looking at a bullish movement. Okay, overextension means that price has moved significantly in one direction. Okay, in this case, it's moved quite a lot. Okay, what you want to look is you actually want to trade the the pullback, meaning that you see that everyone has been buying Aussie franc. You want to look for weaknesses in Aussie franc. Means you want to take the counter trend approach. You can also use that. Okay, you can use this chart this way. Say, oh, okay, since Aussie franc has moved very strongly, then there's likely to be profit taking. Okay, if there's profit taking, then I want to go short. Okay, but then again, you need to come back to the charts, right? You need to come back to the charts and look for opportunity. Okay, I cannot stress this enough. You do not just form an idea here and execute it on the trade without any trading plan or trading strategy or anything. Okay, you can take the idea from here and translate it to the charts, look for the opportunity, and you take the trade. Okay, so there's two ways to use it. Number one, you can follow the trend. In this case, Aussie franc, if you look at the charts, it's still, to me, it's still a very nice uptrend. I would still be looking to buy. Okay, based on my own trading strategy, I would still be looking to buy. Okay, I won't go for the counter trend approach. Okay, in fact, if you are a new trader and you're still struggling, right, you don't really know how to trade, you are not profitable, I would encourage you to trade with the trend. Okay, do not trade counter trend. Okay, you trade with the trend, you have higher probability. If you cannot make money trading high probability trades, what makes you think you can make money trading low probability trades such as counter trend? Okay, so if you are new, I recommend stick to just finding the best pair like this. Okay, another quick tip that you can also use is a more advanced strategy. Okay, it's you can see what is currently not moving. Okay, so if you can see over here that as I said, dollar, this whole chart is relative to dollar, so dollar will be zero. It is There is no comparison with dollar to dollar. Okay, so we ignore this dollar. So if you can see that euro and franc, it didn't really move much compared to the rest of the currencies, right? Euro to dollar only 0.13, dollar to franc only 0.11. Okay, so what you can use is that since these two currencies didn't move this week, right, then there is a probability that since it didn't move this week, it's consolidating this week, then next week, right, going next week, you can actually look at these currencies to see whether it breaks out of consolidation. Okay, so it's also a very powerful way. It's a predictive tool, right? You don't just have to use it to follow the trend like Aussie franc to follow the trend, but you can use it as a predictive tool to predict that, okay, so this current week, right, this week, euro dollar and dollar franc has been consolidating. So after consolidation comes a nice breakout, and I want to actually catch a nice breakout before it happens, right? I want to know when a breakout is going to happen. Okay, so next week I will focus on this currency pair, euro dollar. I'll look for breakout opportunities in dollar, euro dollar or dollar franc. Okay, that's how you can use it. Okay, to sum up this video, you want to come over to Finviz. Okay, you want to switch to the weekly performance. Okay, you want to pair the strongest with the weakest, and then you want to come to the chart to look at whether there's any trading opportunities to trade with the trend. Okay, you can also look at counter trend, right, but I don't recommend it for beginners. And lastly, you can use this as a kind of like indicator to forecast maybe next week's movement, what currency pair might move next week. Okay, might move is it's not for a fact, right, but this is a good indicator. Okay, so that's it for this video, right? If you are new to our channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Okay, I also have a day trading guide that I prepared for you. It's free, right? I leave a link in the description. Make sure you download it. Okay, that will give you a step-by-step process of how to trade. Okay, I give you a step-by-step process. This is just an indicator. It gives you an idea of what the trade, but it doesn't really teach you the technical details of how to trade. Okay, but in that day trading guide, I give you a step-by-step guide. I tell you precisely how to find the entry, where to put your stop loss, how do you find your take profit. Okay, that's very important. Okay, so do not take whatever I shared in this video out of context and start you just blindly buying, for example, the stronger and weakest, and just click the buy button. Okay, that's not the way to go, and I do not want you to blow your account. So make sure you have a proven strategy. Make sure you download that trading copy, day trading guide if you have not. Okay, so if any questions, just comment down below. Okay, again, this tool is Finviz. It's free. You can just access it easily. Okay, that's it for this video. But if I lay down